Hello everyone, very good afternoon. And today I'm reading a short story from this book, Contemporary Indian Short Stories in English, compiled by Shri K. Kumar. And the story is Heavy's Gold by Sunita Jain. So let's begin. In the descending darkness around them, the lighting was pleasantly alluring. The bride and the groom sat on the lavish garland decked dais. The guests were arriving steadily. The bearers with leaden foot trays started their rounds. She shook the sandals off her feet as she sank in a chair away from everybody. The grass cooled the bare soles of her feet. How badly her feet hurt. She pulled the sandals under the folds of her sari and watched her mother receive the guests. The traditional drawstring red velvet pouch that her mother carried was already charmed, full with white envelopes that the guests were handing to her with congratulations. Hello, Meena, said an eager male voice near her. Hello, she said uncertainly. Sudhir? Yes. How long has it been? Yes. How long has it been? Let me count. 20 years? No, 18, she said quietly. 18. I have not seen you for 18 years. You do look lovely as ever. You have maintained yourself so well. Sit down. Where is your wife? She could not come. Tell me about yourself. Are you still in that way out place? What's it called? Nasibabad. Yes, yes. How is the meal and your husband? Auntie said you have come alone. The meal is going well. I have come alone because Giri has to travel. And the children, are married and gone. Ah, there is Nandan. I must go and say hello. Please excuse me, Meena, I'll be back. Her mother was coming towards her. Meena, she said, give me your handbag. The pouch is so full and the guests are coming in such rush. Sit down, mother, wiping the sweat from her upper lip with the two middle fingers of her right hand. Her mother sat down. Her face was near red with excitement. Mina gave her large handbag. Shall I keep the pouch for you? She asked. Her mother looked up and reflected as she took the handbag and gave Mina the pouch. I retrieved the pouch suddenly, drew and tied the string tight around it and gave it back to her daughter. Don't worry, mother, it will be right here in my lap when you come back. Mina's voice was flat. She had noticed her mother hesitate. She had felt the involuntary suspicion. Mother, Riti, her younger sister called from the dais. Come and sit by the bride. Mina watched her mother go. The glare of light made her look old and bowed. How quickly mother has aged, Mina thought. Quickly? No, the years are not to be measured in numbers. Time does not ravage, grief ravages, and insecurity born of loveless life. Was it very long ago that she, as a girl of 8, had cried, Mother, mother, to the gaily dressed women sitting in a garden chair, knitting and looking contented? How bright were the flowers in their garden that day, and how trim was the lawn of her senior police officer father's bungalow. Mother, look, the child had carried as she trudged an armful of peacock feathers iridescent in the bright sun. Her mother stopped knitting. Mina, she had asked, where did you get them? They are so many. From the lame peacock, mother. The child has accounts with perverse pride. Rajiv and I chased it in the field. The feathers kept dropping as it rained through the bushes. You did not, the woman had muttered in despair. Rajiv ran after it carrying a large stick, and I ran after Rajiv. I picked all the feathers. Aren't they lovely? What did you do to the peacock? The girl has been too young to notice or care about the anguish in her mother's voice. Oh, it flew up into the old peepal tree. It was so funny. The feathers kept dropping. It must have been old, the woman said dreamily. It was lamb. It hobbled. Old, her mother had said without listening. Must have been very old. How could you be so cruel, Meena? You already have so many feathers in your box. Do you have to be greedy and torture a poor old creature? Oh, mother, I'm sorry, Rajiv kept. But you are a girl. Girl ought to be kind and caring and never greedy like that. The girl had laid her head on her mother's knee. The swollen largeness of the belly was warm and hard above the girl's petulant cheek. Don't be upset now, but don't chase it again. I won't. Girl had looked up. The mother's face was soft. Soft was the hair in the smooth bun behind the ears. Her mother was scraping dishes. The tap water swished noisily on the scrabbled pan. In the small inner yard of their crowded house, Meena was helping Preeti with her homework. Their 4-year-old little brother Deepak sat nearby, squashing large ants with her shoe. No, no, she kept stopping her brother. Suddenly, Rajiv was shouting at mother as she busily scraped at dishes, wiping the uncombed strands of hair away from her hardened face. It is only 5,000, Rajiv was saying, but I don't have it. You have the insurance money. Rajiv had an ugly voice. Mother stopped working. She turned off the tap slightly. The insurance money, exclaimed. I can't give that. Why not? I need it as deposit for the housing project. Your father said the money was for the girl's wedding. Girl's wedding. That's all you talk of ever since father died. Am I nothing? Where is my share? Rajiv, aren't you ashamed of talking of shares? Rajiv kicked a pan in rage. It hit mother in the face. Meena flew toward her mother, trying to hide her from Rajiv. She had hidden her own face in the sobbing bosom. Meena Didi. Priti was crying outside in the kitchen. You know, you have not eaten. Her mother stood near her. Everyone has gone to it. Why do you sit in this corner, Meena? Go in it. I'm not hungry, mother. I stuffed myself all day. Come, rest a little. You look tired. Shall I get you a cup of tea? No, but I'll sit. Her mother sat down and wiped her face. I never expected this marriage to take place. I knew Deepak was seeing a lot of this girl. But she was so well off and the only child. And we. Anyway, he was the last. Now I can rest. 25 years it has taken. Deepak was only 2 when your father died. Yes, mother, it's all over. But her mother was not listening. Has she forgotten? She wondered. Did you see her jewelry? Her mother asked. I did. It's lovely and heavy. Not as heavy as your necklace. Her mother touched and felt the necklace with a lingering glance. Yours is a heavier. Has she really forgotten? It is old, mother, she said quietly. It belonged to his first wife. Her mother didn't hear, it seemed. She looked preoccupied. How can one forget? Mina wondered. Giri paper mill. They were saying when she arrived from college that afternoon. All the important uncles and aunts, Raju and his wife, were assembled. Meal or no meal, her mother had said. Meena is too young. Are you gone mad? Someone has shouted. Is such a match to be ignored? I wish I had a daughter. Giri paper meals. Do you know that means lakhs? But he is a widower and twice her age. Her mother had defied them. Only 35. That's not big old. He has no dearth of matches. He is asking for Meena because he knew your husband so well. And there are his children, her mother had whimpered. So, he is not asking for dowry. You can save the money for Preeti. Preeti is not half as pretty as Meena. The money will be useful. Ask Meena, someone has finally suggested. Why ask her? The mother had fought back. What does she know? She is but a child. How does one know and when? What were the choices anyway? Why did Giri not come? Her mother asked for the second time. Giri, he is not well. Mother, traveling does not agree with him. Her mother was deftly emptying the red velvet pouch into handbag. Has he given you all her jewelry now? The metallic voice checked. Yes, after his children's marriage, he gave all of it to me. Is it all like this one? You really have forgotten, or is it because you haven't? Yes, it is like this one, old and heavy, heavier. She felt the girl's ever warm hands move up and down her body, folding endlessly, folding lovelessly in desire to lux of culminate. Is 35 being old for a woman? The nights silently hysterical. The body was so bruised. As a late arriving guest claimed the attention of her mother, she cried inconsolably, oh, mother, ask once if it is hurt, so I can pity. So basically, this story is much about this Indian context, this marriage system, and how girls are being like objectified, how parents and society are looking towards the marriage of girl and this dowry system, and this is the gold, right? Heavy is gold. So by this jewelry and all that, this writer Sunita Jain is trying to put the thought of this dowry system and marriage system together. So thank you so much.